Welcome to Deep Thought. Treat your time like gold. And I'm gonna be real with you. You know, the biggest issue I have personally is time. I mean, shoot, I still want to write another novel, write a movie script, all of this stuff. It's time. Seriously, it's just time because, okay, I'm doing all these videos, I'm doing stuff on my Patreon, things of that nature. So I got to do the on-demand videos and I'm like, man. And then still got to work out. I can't be promoting body game and then I'm like, waddling along. But the way I think, I'll figure out a way to make money off of that too. But, it's just time. It's just time. And that's just all the work stuff. I mean, I still got to spend time with my sons, I do like, spending some time with, some lady friends. Yeah, just a little bit of time, And I was just thinking about it. It was like, time is like gold. And you know what actually made me think about that? Not even so much all the stuff I'm doing, but it was like, I gotta attribute this to trolls. Cause you get some people, they write some stuff. I mean, I've had some, they write like long essays and stuff, which I could deal with if they didn't try to be insulting at the same time. And I remember one guy did something. I ain't gonna lie, he was a little racist. You could tell by what he was saying, directly too. Like he wouldn't say it in my face, but you gotta give people their opportunity, I guess. But I was like, damn, you spent all that time doing that just for me. It didn't even reach my main channel because on all my channels I have the review button on. So if you say the wrong thing in it, even if it's something I agree with 100%, if the AI sees it and feels like it's wrong, it's reviewed. So somebody did that and I thought about it that time. I was like, you got this much time for something that didn't even make my main page? I was like, wow. Because I thought about that on a bigger level too. It was like, time is gold. I want you to think about it. How many of y'all have just worked on some or just you have to find the time? I ain't gonna lie, like I mentioned something about lady friends, sometimes I got a schedule having a conversation. I was like, okay, yeah, let me put you on the calendar for this day. Like literally on my calendar. Sometimes literally, some of them, I got to put something on the calendar and say, okay, yeah, I got to give her a call at this time. Like, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm going to tell you what, time is important. I'm going to tell you what, that's why I'm going to tell you what, and I peeped this years ago. About a watch. If you think about watches, right? And this is a Italian Twine. It's a black-owned company. I like this stuff, like this style. But if you think about watches, if you notice business people, they keep a watch on them. Because everything is time. Everything is time. Everything is time. Yes, they got those real expensive watches. And yeah, some people wear them for jewelry, but everything is time. And, of course, we got our smartphones. We can look at it there. But if you think about what watches are for, it's like, okay, what time is it? Okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. Got to have this meeting. Got to have that. It's like gold because it's not even so much the time, but what you're doing with your time. Are you making your time productive? That's why I can't understand people who spend their time going to different, they got their little stuff to say on different web pages. I'm like, how you got that much time? Seriously. Because even when I'm checking out other pages, I'm going to tell you what, I will check out other pages, but it's usually while a video such as this is converting and I'm editing And, you know, I converted to like HD and everything. Speaking of HD, real quick, whenever you watch my videos, make sure you put it on HD. Because, you know, they filmed in 4K. And if you got 4K on your joint, that's great too. But I always put them in HD. And I'm going to tell you what, you know, even then, it's like usually if I'm doing something extra, it's like something else is going on in the background, you know? And even then, because what I'll do sometimes when my videos are editing, you know, you got to convert on its own, you know, doing the conversions and everything, even converting it from the camera to the thing, I'm usually doing something else. Because that's one thing. It's like, how do you have time? You know, that's why it's gold. That's why it is gold. And, you know, like I said, you still want to have fun. You still need to sleep. And I'm just like, I don't see how. Like, there's been some rare occasions I'll just sit around. It's like, man, I don't have nothing to do. Oh, wait, I can start reading something. And it's viable because if I'm reading something, it's a reason for it. And I'm going to tell you what, one of the things a lot of people do, they do waste a lot of time. They do waste a lot of time, especially people who should be, you know, they want to do better for their life. Okay, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? Because, and I thought about this years ago, because I remember like late 90s, early 20th century, 21st century, early 2000s. I used to spend the time on this one message board. I used to spend a lot of time. But then I said, hold up. Yeah, I got all this other stuff going, but then I could be doing something else with that time. So, you know, my mindset became, okay, my time is like gold. I should be making gold with it. You should be making money with that time or doing something constructive. Think about it. It don't have to be necessarily work. Constructive is spending time around loved ones. You know, your mates, your parents, family, relatives, children, especially children. When you're dealing with young people, every bit of time you spend with them is great. Like, I spend a lot of time with my sons, a whole lot of time, and I'm unapologetic about it. And that time is valuable, you know, because when you think about a loved one especially, you know, you might not think about it or take for granted the time, but then when they're gone, you're like, where are they? You know? Or, you know, a mate. Because I think a big thing with, in a lot of relationships, is people just spending some real time together. Because you got a lot of marriages out there where they pretty much they really are just roommates. Especially when they get kids, they working, you know, they might have sex once a month. And sometimes it's not that, that's a whole other conversation, the number of sexless marriages. And it's not even so much they dislike each other, their time got so caught up. So, I mean, it's viable to even spend time together. I mean, it is. And I would just say this, with your time, treat it like gold. Treat it like gold. Even when you're watching a video like this. See, when I watch videos, it's rare I watch them for entertainment. I'm watching a video, even if one's supposed to be funny, for knowledge, for perspective. You know, no matter what I talk about, I still got a lot to learn. I'm a person who likes to learn stuff. I like to learn something new, even if it contradicts what I promote, because then I can say, okay, I like seeing it from another angle. It's like, oh, okay. You know, like Body Game. I still been looking for something to contradict it. I've been looking for years, and I haven't found it. And like sincerely look and say, okay, what if they don't have it? Okay, yeah, well, maybe that can work somewhat, but then it always comes back to it. But then that's productive because that's what I'm promoting. You know, that's how I'm making, that's a base of how I'm making my money. So I need to know it from all angles. So even when I'm looking at other stuff, that's related to how I'm making my money. That's productive, you know? That's the goal. You want to treat your time like it's valuable, like you're going to make gold, because it means so much. It means so much. Because I'm thinking, as I'm recording this, I'm going to be recording from other channels too, because I usually record maybe one channel, different channel a day, but Schedule's thrown off a bit this week. So doing some other stuff that were important for their time. But then, you know, one day a week, that's when I do my major cleaning. So I was like, okay, I got to take care of all of this. It's that time. Everything is scheduled, even when I'm cleaning up, doing the major cleaning around here. But it's gold. Treat your time like gold. It's very valuable. Even when you watching me, like, I'm gonna be real. I want you to gain something when you watching me. I don't want you just casually watching me. I want you to feel like, okay, this was productive. I really do. Because to me, I'm not offended if someone say, well, okay, I've been watching this stuff, it's not productive for me. I was like, okay, well, wish you on your way. Pray that you find someone or, you know, some video, something that helps with your situation, you know? Everything. So treat your time like gold, very important. So that's all I have for now. Peace and blessings, everyone.